The complex action of the backswing is a difficult one to master, and in today's video we're going to be working on drills inside.
Doesn't matter if the sun goes down, we'll still be up, still be up. Don't care about the place we found, we'll still be up, still be up.
My name is Finch and welcome down to my channel. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that like button, and please comment below. Remember, if you share, we will all improve as golfers together. Now this series, guys, about indoor improvement is all available to watch right now from start to finish. All the videos are listed in a playlist in the description, so if you did want to binge watch, you can do that right now. In this second video, we're going to be looking at the backswing and the movements that you can make to improve certain aspects of your technique. The way that we're going to be doing this is by focusing on 3 drills which you can do at home. So the first drill that we're going to look at within the backswing isn't even using a golf club. It is using a tennis racket. Now I've got a tennis racket, but if you have a badminton racket, anything with just a big flat surface that you can use to actually see if it matches angles created by the back of the left wrist and the back of the left arm. Now you'll also need a mirror or a camera to actually record this. I would highly recommend you actually get your camera, your phone, on a tripod set down the line. Now the reason for that is if you do use a mirror, as you actually move up and you look at yourself in the reflection, you can actually start to change your posture. What I mean by that is if you turn up to the top of the swing, you think you're in a really good position, and then you move up to look, you actually will subconsciously start to lift the body as you look behind. So a video camera would give you better feedback. Now this drill, it all depends on if you want a very neutral face at the top of the swing. Generally for most people that would be a positive, but if say a Dustin Johnson did this drill, he'd see a pretty different result, and you'll see what I mean by that as I talk it through. So super simple, just keep the tennis racket in your left hand, and as soon as you put your grip on, you'll probably go into what your golf grip would normally be like. If you want more information on the grip, make sure you watch the first video. So it's getting yourself set up into a posture position, and you're going to be turning up to the top of the swing and just pausing and then checking in the video camera or the mirror. Now what you want to be seeing as you look back is you want to be seeing the tennis racket, the left hand, the left wrist, and the left arm to all be in alignment. Now what that's going to show is that you use your grip and your wrist angles to get the club into a neutral position at the top of the swing, or in this case, a tennis racket at the top of the swing. It is all about teaching yourself how to hinge the wrists in a way to get up to a good position. Now what you can also do with this is you can put 2 hands on once you've practiced with the left hand, and then up to the top, and again just trying to find that position. It's a great guide and it's a great way for you to get the feeling of what your club face is like in a neutral position at the top. Now the second drill we're going to look at with the backswing is this alignment stick drill. Now what I've done here is I've got 2 alignment sticks. The first one is looped through the first 2 belt buckles, and the second alignment stick is going to represent my shoulder line. This is obviously representing my hip line. And this is very simple, but it is something that not a lot of people actually manage to marry up. Now a few people try and restrict their hip turn. I'm a bit more of a fan of actually letting the hips rotate a little bit more. As long as they're not over rotating, which you can tell with this drill as well, as long as you have good control over your legs, then there's no issue with allowing the hip to rotate. So this drill, super simple. Again, use a mirror, use a video camera if you want to, but this is very, very visual, is getting yourself set up in a posture position. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow my left hand to hang so I can feel where a good posture would be. Getting in a good posture position to begin with is absolutely crucial for this drill. If you're just standing there and you're turning, it's not going to be as effective. So you're standing there, left arm is down, and then as I rotate away, I'm going to allow my right hip to turn down and low. I'm not going to allow it to lift up. I'm going to turn my right hip down and low, and then I'm going to continue to rotate my shoulders until I have this position where I've got my shoulders and my hips, my shoulders at 90 degrees and my hips at 45 degrees in relation to where they started. Now that is going to be an adequate shoulder turn and hip turn to allow you to get more rotation. If you are feeling more restricted, just allow those hips to go a little bit more, and you can see as the hips go more, the shoulders are able to turn more. This is something that not a lot of amateurs actually appreciate. The ability to turn your hips will allow the upper body to rotate more. And obviously with this drill, it is something that you can just do time and time again. I would suggest you actually flip it around and almost swing like you're left-handed, just so you don't get an imbalance within your flexibility. Now this third drill we're going to look at is all about the trail arm and the right shoulder and how that relationship should work for some people. Now again, this is open to interpretation. This is something that I prefer to see within a golf swing, but please comment below, what do you think about the trail shoulder and the trail arm? Remember, this is all a learning experience. Now what I've got on my hand here, I don't know the actual official term, it's a pad. It's a pad. Boxing pad. But what it allows me to do is actually get my right hand fastened to the back of it, because what we're going to do here is something known as the waiter drill. Now the waiter drill is when you get in your posture position, you get set up, you turn away and you try and get your right hand and arm in a position where you could carry something like a waiter in a silver service, just like that. Imagine champagne, or well, for me, a curry. I'm not had anything to eat today, I'm pretty peckish. So that's what they'd be carrying on that tray. You don't want it to slip off either way. This is the position. So what that's going to allow you to do as you turn away, it allows you to fold your right arm effectively. It also allows that right shoulder to remain in a little bit of internal rotation rather than lifting high and then toppling the things off the tray. So you're in this position, turning up to the top of the waiter position and trying to get that right arm in a way which is that working backwards, so the shoulder's in external rotation and that right arm and elbow isn't flying up and away. Because when that right shoulder's at the top and it gets into that external rotation, you can then start to shallow a little bit easier coming into the downswing. But again, there are players who have a high right shoulder, but I'm saying that you see a lot of players with that shoulder position at the top, and using this waiter drill is a great way to get that feeling. Right guys, that is the end of the second video in the indoor series. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that like button, and as always, comment below on everything that you've seen in today's video. Remember, by sharing, we can all improve together. So once more, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you down here again next time.